You know that feeling when something just clicks? Like when a story or a piece of music unfolds in a way that feels completely, perfectly right? Well, today we're going to dig into a really fascinating theory that says this isn't just a coincidence. It might just be a fundamental rhythm of reality itself. A hidden 3-6-9 pattern that's behind all change and transformation.
So, let's start right there with music. Why is it that some music feels less like it was written and more like it was found? You know, as if it was always there, just waiting to be discovered, and this is the only way it could ever be. Think about something like Beethoven's 7th Symphony. It's not just that it's beautiful, it unfolds with this incredible sense of internal logic. Every single note feels earned, and it leads perfectly into the next one. It feels completely unavoidable. It's a really powerful feeling, but where does it actually come from? Well, the idea here is that this feeling comes from a hidden system. Basically, a three-act structure that's playing out inside the music itself. Okay, so check this out. It all starts with step 1, constraint. This is where a simple, clear theme shows up. It sets the stage. Think of the opening riff of a song you love. Then we move into step 2, saturation. This is where things get interesting, right? Tension builds, new layers are added, and that original theme gets tested. And finally, you get to step 3, coherence. That's the satisfying part, where all that tension just resolves into something new, something more complex, and it just feels right.
And here's the real kicker. This isn't just a music thing. This three-step dance, from a simple beginning through a messy, tense middle to a satisfying conclusion, is being proposed as a universal blueprint for how all kinds of systems evolve.
And that brings us to the main idea for today. There's a name for this universal rhythm. It's called Triune Harmonic Dynamics.
So, Triune Harmonic Dynamics, or THD for short, is a theory developed by the researcher, inventor, and author Kevin L. Brown. And what he's proposing is that a basic 3-6-9 pattern is the engine driving all change in the universe. We're talking everything, from the tiniest particles to the vastness of space.
And look at how perfectly this all lines up. That feeling of constraint in music, that maps directly to THD's Phase 3, emergence, the birth of something new. That musical tension, the saturation, that's Phase 6, contrast, where opposing forces clash. And that wonderful, satisfying feeling of coherence, well, that's Phase 9, integration, where everything comes together into a new, higher level of order. See the pattern? 3-6-9.
Now, this pattern isn't just a cool metaphor. According to this theory, it's literally baked into the mathematics of how reality works.
And there it is, the actual formula for triune harmonic dynamics. Now, don't worry, you don't need to be a math genius to get this. The whole point of it is to serve as a mathematical blueprint for that three-part cycle we've been talking about: emergence, contrast, and integration.
Yeah, let's just quickly break down what each piece is doing. That 3n part, that represents the simple start, the emergence of a pattern. The 6n squared part, that models the growing tension, the contrast. And that 9n cubed, that represents the big finish, the integration into something new and more complex. It's all there. 3-6-9.
And this is a really important point to stress here. THD isn't being presented as just a philosophy or some kind of numerology. It's being proposed as a real, testable, scientific principle, a framework we could actually use to measure and predict how things change.
Okay, so if this 3-6-9 rhythm is really a fundamental thing, where else should we be able to see it? Well, the answer seems to be pretty much everywhere.
I mean, just look at this list. According to the THD framework, this exact same three-phase pattern of emergence, contrast, and integration shows up all over the place. We're talking about the expansion of the universe, the life cycle of our own cells, the ups and downs of financial markets, and even how our brain works. It's in acoustics, in the seismic cycles of the Earth, even in our own dreams. It's the same basic pattern, just playing out on different scales.
This quote here from the author, Kevin L. Brown, just sums it all up perfectly. For beneath all complexity lies a simple truth. The universe evolves in harmony, and that harmony speaks the language of three. It's this idea that underneath all the chaos we see, there's a simple, elegant rhythm.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Why should you care? Well, understanding this pattern gives you a whole new lens for looking at the world. It's a reminder that those periods of turbulence and tension aren't just random chaos. They're actually a necessary part of growth, and they're always leading toward a new resolution.
So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. Now that you know about this 3-6-9 rhythm,
in music, in systems, maybe in the very blueprint of change itself, where are you going to start noticing it next? Where will you hear it in your own life?